Windsurf AI SEO is absolutely insane, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about today because it is a free tool that honestly has been much easier to use than Cursor, creates similar sort of quality websites than Bolt, and it does it all for free. And additionally, it's so easy to build out websites that actually rank. I'll show you exactly how to do that. This is a brand new tool I've not heard any other SEO YouTubers talk about, but it is powerful, and so we're going to get straight into it and I'll show you exactly how to use it. Now, the beautiful thing about this is it runs locally, right? So for example, what you can do is you can hit download over here. You just go to codium.com/windsurf, and then from here what you're going to see is a project that looks like this. Now this is kind of like Cursor, where you can build out websites or you can build out apps in a couple of clicks, but the difference here is that unlike Cursor, where you have to constantly click yes, and you kind of have to understand the whole structure of an app, which isn't user friendly, inside Windsurf AI it handles everything for you. You don't need to understand anything about coding. For example, if I create a new project, I can just get started with building something straight away. I'll show you exactly how to do that in a minute. This is the only prompt I gave it today. So I said, make me a playable 2048 app with a smooth animations. And then it created this prompt, as you can see, literally just in one prompt. It was like, boom, there you go, mate. What more do you want? And if we actually go onto my Chrome browser, just to open this up and show you what it looks like. All right, so we'll just open a tab up here, and then we're going to drag the index HTML file into the browser. And you can see this app is just ready. It just says use arrows to move files, combine same numbers to score points. That was it. And then if I move them around, like you see right here, we can score points. It works perfectly, and it took one single prompt. It's just ridiculous how easy it is to build out apps now. But the main use case, of course, for you as an SEO, if you're watching this, is to actually build out websites. So let's run through exactly how you can do this and how powerful it is. So if we go back to Windsurf here, we'll go to a new window and we'll start out a new project. So what you're going to see is something that looks like this. You can open the command palette, you can open up a folder, etc., or you can generate a project with Cascade. So I'm going to click on generate a project with Cascade, and we're going to select a folder that we want to use here. So we'll just put new folder, calculator website, something like that, right? Now you don't have to build out a calculator website. It could be a niche website, it could be a blog, etc. You don't need to worry about any of that. And then from here you can see it's actually suggested a prompt. So it said, build me a beautiful personal website with a modern UI. My name is Julian Goldie, blah blah blah. I haven't typed that. Like, that's just the AI coming up with that idea. So I'm going to click on that and we'll see what it does from here. Now you can see it also says there's a Git repository hub open. We're going to X off that for now, but I think you can link this to GitHub. It's just, I'm not a coder, I'm not super technical, but it is so easy, and that's what I love about building out these. Now the thing you're going to note here as well is, like, we've literally one prompted it, right? So we've not done anything special or fancy here. We've not had to think about how we're handling the whole project, etc. Whereas, for example, if you go onto Cursor and you do exactly the same process, you kind of need to understand terminal a little bit, and you also need to understand how to actually prompt these bad boys, plus how to set up your project. So this is Windsurf, and it's very similar to Cursor. So if we open up Cursor over here and we'll just go to chat and we'll do the similar sort of thing. So we'll say, build me a beautiful website with a modern UI. I'm Julian Goldie, blah blah blah. I'm an SEO, right? And if we hit enter like so, we'll compare the difference and compare how easy or hard it is, right? You can see that Windsurf is creating and generating the whole project here. It's showing you exactly what it does. It's explained the whole process, and also the UI is super nice here. If you look, it's just so easy to understand what's going on. Whereas if you go inside Cursor, it's very messy. There's lots of code. It's created the structure, which is great, but we'll come back to that in a minute. I'll show you some of the issues with it. So we've got Windsurf ready to go from here, and we can just click on accept all. It's giving us some next steps. We've got the project built locally on our website. So here's the personal website details. And if we just want to test this out, again, I want to keep it super simple. Like, obviously you would host the files normally if you wanted this to go live, but if you just want to check out locally, here's the website. No back and forth, no messing around. The about me section is working, the project section is working, the contact me, all good to go. And we literally built that in the space of a couple of minutes, right? Just one single prompt. Now if we go inside Cursor, you can see on the left hand side, from what I can see, it's not that easy to understand. So we've got the .env, we've got the test py, but if you actually want to get all of the index and the HTML and the code, etc., you have to manually click on apply to each one of these. So we'll click on apply, right? Then it's going to have to run the terminal, which takes a little bit of time. Then we have to click on apply there as well, and then we've got the index.html. And then if we click on reveal and finder and we'll open up that index.html, doesn't work, mate, right? It doesn't work. Now I'm sure if you're technical you can get that to work, and Cursor will work and that sort of thing, but for me, like, which one works better? The output from Windsurf AI, which is this one, or the output from Cursor AI, which doesn't work at all, doesn't give us a preview, and we have to click like multiple times to accept all the changes and actually get the project files inside, right? It's quite clear that Windsurf AI is way more powerful. Now if we actually click through this website, so if we click on, like, say home or about me or projects or contact, it all links, it all works within one page. If we give exactly the same prompt to bolt.new. So we'll plug in the same prompt here and we'll hit enter. And bear in mind, I have not paid a penny for Windsurf AI. Now, I think they do have a token limit. It's kind of like a freemium plan where if you rinse the credits, of course, you're going to have to pay something. But at the same time, it's super powerful and it's super easy to just run locally. Additionally, if we want to run, say, Bolt locally, or if you want to run Cursor locally, it's going to involve like using the terminal and all that sort of stuff. But running Windsurf locally, it's just like, here's the prompt, boom, there you go, ready to go. You want to not even like going back and forth with it. So really good stuff there. I think it's just a lot more user friendly. The other thing is as well, like if you look at Bolt, if you want to edit, say, one of these files, either you're going to have to go into StackBlitz and edit them manually, which again would require more technical knowledge, or you're going to go back and forth inside the chat, and then it's going to change all the project files, and sometimes you have to revert back to the checkpoints inside Bolt when it messes up technically. And don't get me wrong, this is still a great tool, but inside Windsurf AI, it's just like you've got all the files already hosted locally, and so they're stored and you can revert back to them if you need to, or you could just manually edit them if you need to as well, right? You can see here how you can manually edit the code. You can actually create commands, chat, etc. So you can have a lot more customization over the individual files inside the project because they're hosted locally. And then you can see here, we've given the same prompt to Bolt, and I love Bolt. Like, we've built some beautiful projects with it, but you can see here how sometimes it does have technical errors using exactly the same process. So some people prefer using Cursor because it can create much bigger projects, but again, it requires more technical knowledge, which is where Windsurf wins because it's easier. And then Bolt is much simpler and easier to use, but you don't get as much customization. And you can see here, it messes up a lot, right? Whereas inside, for example, Windsurf, it just created it no nonsense in one click. So it's amazing how fast this whole no code process is moving in the whole world inside there. But essentially, like if you get onto this now, like there's huge opportunities here. Usually it's the people who get onto these opportunities first that can actually arbitrage the process because they understand it faster than everyone else. And bear in mind, like most people are not even using Bolt or Cursor to build websites, let alone using Windsurf, which seems to be brand new but also groundbreaking. Now at this point as well, you might be saying, okay, but do these websites actually rank? I mean, here's a one pager we created with Bolt, and you can see it's ranking for its target keywords. So for example, Enterprise SEO ROI Calculator, which is the name of the brand, that actually got 300 clicks within first few weeks of launching it. So we launched it on 29th of October. It's not even been a month, and this website has already racked up nearly 500 clicks. Now, some of these clicks will be from YouTube case study videos that I've done, so just something to bear in mind there, but it is getting clicks and is ranking for its target keywords, and that's only after 1 month, right? Imagine what we could do with this website after a few months of just aging the domain and building it out, building more pages to rank. Additionally, this was very simple. So if we actually go on the website, so it's Enterprise SEO ROI Calculator. So you can see right here, this is optimized to convert, so it sends traffic to our funnels. Like you can see, has a really nice calculator inside it. The UI is super nice. And also when you're building out these websites with AI, the code is so clean that it runs super fast. Like look at the code for that page. So clean compared to say WordPress or an affiliate site running loads of ads, which means that it loads really quickly and the core web vitals on it are super nice too. If you just want to build out a small website quickly, this is one of the easiest ways to do it. Now you can do that with Windsurf. So for example, if we go back in Windsurf and we'll say, right, change this website to an SEO ROI calculator website, we'll hit enter like so. That's going to start running here. And also, just whilst we're waiting for that to load, you can see how we're using Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Now you can switch between the models. So if you want to use GPT-4o, you can, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I'm sure they're going to add more APIs inside there as well. And if you run Bolt locally, you can change the API. But if you're running Bolt from the browser, then you can't change the API, right? You don't get control over that. Now what's also, so it said create a beautiful SEO ROI calculator inside the chat of Windsurf. It's create the index.html, the style CSS, and then you can see it's actually launched it for us. What it does is like you give it the prompt, it goes off, creates the index HTML, the style CSS, the JavaScript, the Python code, etc. Tells you exactly what it's done and how it's done it. Then it's launched it on a local host, and then it actually opened up the tab that you can see right here for the SEO ROI calculator. Very similar to Bolt's design actually if you compare them side by side. But the thing is, it's much easier to build out this website locally, make some changes to it, update it. You know, you can save that file. Then when you come back to it, maybe a week later, you open it up locally, make any changes to the files, create the website that you want. Super easy to do. And then when you're ready, you can just host it, right? You can host it with Vercel, you could host it with Netlify, whatever you want to do. But yeah, amazing stuff. Let's just check it works. So we'll put like 1,000 here, then we'll put 10% conversion rate, order value, 50%, 2,000, hit calculate ROI, and it works beautifully, right? And then all you need to do is just get the domain, like I say, host it on Vercel, upload the files, etc. And boom, shakalaka, you've created a website without going back and forth, without any errors or that sort of thing. Literally, that is a whole chat. It's is absolutely amazing. And it is redonkulous how easy that was. So thanks so much for watching. It's available at codium.com/windsurf. Again, I haven't paid a single penny so far for that tool. It's completely free. Additionally, if you wanted 200 free AI SEO strategies, techniques, and templates, feel free to get that link in the comments and description to my free SEO course. It actually comes with customized SOPs for exactly how I built and ranked this website. If you check out the bolt.news section and all the tutorials there, absolutely amazing what you can do with that. And also there's a whole SOP on using Cursor as well to build out websites. Additionally, if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to book that in, link in the comments and description. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month and generate thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. On this free link building acceleration session, you get a free SEO domination plan to discover the secrets to link building. We'll answer any questions you have. You'll learn the best link building strategy for your website, plus how to quickly outrank your competitors to link building, how to 10x the SEO traffic based on what's working for us. Now, also, we're running some Black Friday deals. So if you actually book in a call, you can jump on a call with us about that. And there's some massive discounts on long-term contracts. So feel free to get that if you're signing up for the year or the next few months. And additionally, if you check out the SEO Elite Circle link, you can actually sign up to the SEO Elite Circle. And if you use the code ELITE inside the coupon code section right there, you'll save $2,000 when you sign up today. Again, that's available only until Black Friday, and then the discount will be gone. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it as always. See you on the next one.